Hello，大家好，歡迎收睇咧 OCQQ 嘅視頻節目啦。咁今日咧好高興邀請到咧 futuremark 嘅 OLIVER 咧嚟到我哋節目啦。咁為我哋講下咧3D mark 同埋3D mark 同埋 PC mark 係點樣開發嘅咧？
Thanks for asking that question, Walt. I appreciate it. It's actually a very complicated process, but fairly simple actually to explain. What we do at FutureMark to create a new benchmark, the first thing we do is we do a lot of studying before the benchmark, usually 8 to 12 months of work to understand what are the new semiconductors coming out, what are the new APIs, what are the new operating systems, and the new technologies. And from that, we then create a proposal for specification created by the benchmark architects in FutureMark in Finland at our headquarters. And we send that proposal for specification out then to all of our members. All our members then give us feedback, which is held private to us, and then we create a large matrix of that information. And we take the best parts of that and we look and see what's the fairest thing to do. And we then create a new specification out of that to create the next benchmark, whether it's 3D mark or PC mark or another type of benchmark that we may want to create. Then we start our builds. Our programmers start working and our artists start working, and every 3 to 4 weeks for the next 20 to 24 months, we put out a new build of either PC mark or 3D mark that we then send out to all of our members, and all the members then look at it and give us their feedback while we're creating the next section. We also put out documentation at that time, and we do all the builds all the way along until we come to an alpha. At that point, we freeze the actual feature set within the benchmark itself, and we start working on clearing out all the bugs, making sure the benchmark is fair, making sure we can get to a good scoring formula for it, and really tightening up the benchmark until we get to beta. Then when we get to beta, the only thing we change are things that have to do with bugs and really just large bugs or issues that arise. And we also at that point take a look at whether the technology has changed too much, whether something has to be added or taken away to make the benchmark possible to put out. And we also start working at that time on the scoring formulas for it. Then we complete that work through beta, and when we get to the RC, release candidate stage, we then release that to everybody with what would usually be the final scoring. And then we go into a 2-week silent period, and from that 2-week silent period, if there are no issues at all, we then are able to put out the final benchmark gold to our audience. Throughout this process, we also have a system called the specification change request system. So if one of the BDP members, benchmark development partners, wants to make a change in the specification, or they see something that they feel has to be changed to go with the technology, they write out the form and giving good technical reasons, say why things have to be changed. We then put that out to the other members of the benchmarking group and ask for their opinions. And then we send that opinions and the original change to our technology committee in the company, made up of only technical people. The marketing and sales is not involved with that. And they then make a good technical decision based upon the merits of the case, whether to change or not to change. This is also based upon the fact that all of the people who are members of creating the benchmark with us, guys such as Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, Dell, HP, Compal, and Microsoft, and other members as well, such as, say, Imagination Technologies, they're able to come to Finland and see the source code so that they can see exactly what's in our program and nothing is hidden from them. Everything within our benchmark process is very transparent so that it is fair, and we are able to remain neutral among the whole process. And throughout all that, then we're able to create a benchmark that millions of people are able to enjoy around the world, and that we feel represents the technology in the best way, and also helps the audience really create what they want to create. We try to build a product that can be used by professionals such as yourselves, or that are simple enough for even the most casual user to hit one button and be able to use the benchmark very easily and really get a view of the technology and also to delight their eyes at the same time. And that's how a benchmark is made.